here we are, back again. Obviously the game crashed in the first stream, and I thought it was all part of the game. I was sitting there like talking shit, like, oh yeah, you can't fucking get rid of me that easy. Yikes. And then I saw the dreaded blue screen. I'm sure all PlayStation gamers know that feeling. So I don't know if everything's saved per se. I guess we'll see what kind of smart ass fucking things the narrator has to say. Alright. Let's get it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. I don't know if it actually saved the progress, which is kind of sad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Guess we'll
he
see when
entered
this
the
broom
door on his
closet
left.
is boarded up or not.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
When I booted up the game, it told me to enter the exact time, and it recognized that I took my time entering the time. So it's like, damn, how the hell did they have that saved but not this? Yeah, there's no save options. Fuck. Well, let's fucking hope to God.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Man, if I had to listen to that music at work, I would fucking kill myself. Boom, boom, boom.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
What way were we going when that crashed? Oh, yeah, we went downstairs. Fuck. Well, maybe that's a good thing, because I really don't want it to crash again. I think we're going to try to do that bomb again.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
So funny how
this question would not go unanswered for long.
That Quarry stream. Oh my fucking... Whenever I stream that game,
Stanley walked
like
straight ahead through the large door that read
the only game
Mind
that's ever
Control
happened.
Facility.
Like, what you see, fucking free.
The lights rose on an enormous room.
Man, I'm so gutted that they
screens.
don't fucking recognize
what
my
horrible
progress.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I got the strength. We can do this. We can do this.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature.
Yeah, when that
revealed.
crashed, I literally
Each
was
bore the
like,
number of an employee
nice try,
in the
game.
building. Stanley's
give me this time.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one
It's
of
like it
them,
happened so
eternally
perfectly.
monitored in this place where freedom.
It was like right when the narrator was, sitting there talking shit, like, oh, why is this all going on in
This
Stanley's
mind
head?
control facility, it was too horrible to believe it
Screaming
couldn't
black.
be true.
That person
Had
thought fucking
Stanley really been under
power
someone's
went out
control
on my,
all
like,
this
fucking-
time? Was this the only
that
reason he
outlet.
was happy with his boring job? That
Like
his
the TV went
emotions
off,
had been
too.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
So I thought.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I need to pay attention to this
But here was the
bomb
proof,
shit.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad,
it says like
or content,
3 blue.
walking, eating,
press that
working,
button 3
all of it
times, the blue
monitored
button 3
and
times?
commanded from this very place.
Fucking
And as the
weird.
cold reality of his past began to sink
Or
in,
like-
Stanley decided that this machinery would never
That's
again
blue.
exert its
That's
terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, dude, we're not doing that. Sorry, bro. I hate to break it to you there.
Oh, Stanley.
I'm gonna
You
get a
didn't
fuck.
just activate the controls, did you?
Yes,
After
I
they kept
did.
you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yep.
Control?
Yep.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Yeah,
How
open the
long
store
until
for me then,
detonation
bitch.
then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it,
Open
Stanley?
the fucking door,
It's
motherfucker. I
your
know
time
you
to
want to.
shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's
Thanks,
that?
asshole.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I
This is
erased
3
them.
blue, like...
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
How is that fucking
swallowing
incorrect?
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
Fuck me.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Fucking
These
hell.
are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Fuck. Do you know how to fucking beat that puzzle? I mean, like, is it even beatable? I don't know what the fuck else I'm supposed to do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
God, I'm so fucking bummed out I can't get that fucking shit.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Is there anything in here that would be hints? Please do not steal. Gotcha. This page contains no information. Nice. Fire paper guy. Papers are to hire somebody to fire the papers. Oh my god.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of
I
this.
just wanted
I'm
you
coming
to
to a
be bored
staircase.
up again.
Stanley
So funny.
walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Now, if you would teleport me to that fucking puzzle again, that'd be dope. That would be pretty fucking dope. I would appreciate that very much.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah.
The lights rose
Figure
on
if
an
I don't get it
enormous
this
room
time,
packed with
I'm
television
gonna start going
screens.
to the right.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Jesus, look at all the fucking cigarette butts. Damn, bro. I mean, that would be kind of cool to fucking smoke a cigarette and fucking flick it down there, though.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
In case you missed it, I already fucking
This mind control facility, it
failed
was too
that fucking
horrible
bomb
to
puzzle
believe
again.
It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
It's very
time?
hard. I have no idea what
Was
the
this
hell
the
I'm
only
doing.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
This is gonna be my final attempt on it.
No.
We're gonna go to the right
he
door.
refused to believe it. He couldn't
I have
accept
no
it.
fucking
His own
idea
life
what I'm
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls
I need
labeled
to
with
fucking look at
emotions,
this panel
happy
too
or
sometimes.
sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Ah, fuck you, dickhead.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only
Okay,
so
so
much
it's
that machine can
color.
do. You were supposed to let it
I'm
go.
guessing a button.
Turn the controls off.
You either press the button
leave.
first and then the
If you
color
want to throw
first.
my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
I hit it.
Where we're going.
Now what?
What all this means. I barely know where to start.
What the fuck?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
2.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Purple.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Fuck.
Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Right?
Why would you think that, Stanley?
What? No.
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold?
Shit.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Wait, I don't think I got it.
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
I don't
Just you
get
being
it.
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or
I kind of
it's
figured
all
that
the same
much.
to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
That's why this was the last time I was going to attempt it.
Inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
So now what? Like, do I just go to the right door instead of the left? Because I really don't want to go back down in that basement again if it fucking crashes my game. Damn. I mean, that's a genius puzzle. Make it unsolvable. Because I was like, I don't know what the
All of
fuck
his
I'm
co-workers
doing.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, fuck those memos, bro. Oh, Jesus.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, the employee lounge. That sounds pretty fucking cool. As long as it's got hookers and blow, I'm fucking there, bro.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Oh,
It
this
had
is
really
it?
been worth the detour after
It's
all,
kinda lame.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
dad.
beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Cool. Alright. Well, still standing here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Find a bucket.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Find a bucket. In what? Here?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed, at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Did I know? Yeah, I don't think I did. God, this game is so fucking crazy. I think we went in here, buddy.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ooh, this looks cool. Sick blueprints. Find a bucket. Now I'm gonna be like fucking all paranoid looking for buckets and shit. Ooh. Fuck. It's quite the warehouse. Do not jump from the coglyph when it's in motion. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Who?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it,
Alright.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is she? Hello. What the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
You have 7
then
days.
pick up the phone.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Am I in heaven right now? Whoa.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh,
Pulling the brat out of the oven.
okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come
You
on.
fucker.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yes.
They'd want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Fuck you,
Come
God.
inside. Let me show you what's really
Never
going
mind.
on
You
here.
need to finish the content ending before you get the bucket. Disregard. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like fucking looking for a bucket. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Hey, baby, nice titties.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Why? What happened? Good morning. Press X.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes
Hey, this is a
is
fucking
reminder
fire
of the
hazard here.
inconsequential nature
Babe, what
of
the fuck
his
do you do to this
existence.
place? Come on, we need a new fucking thing.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Hey, fucker, I'm trying to get
Now
out of
he's
here.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Why the
Now
fuck would
he's
we have the
going
handles on the
home.
door over here?
Now he's coming back to
Up
work.
against the wall.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
You know what? Just because he made fun of me, I'm not going to press up on the D-pad. Fuck you, dude. Whoa! What the fuck? It's like turning
But
into
in
my
his
office.
mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his
Suck on
desk,
those titties before I go
Stanley
to work?
dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought
like a great day.
excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
You come underneath this desk, prepare dinner. Jeez, do I do everything around here? Oh.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Fuck, more than
But
one,
there is
dude.
no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Fucking same, dude.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Suck my dick. Boy, I gotta do some filing today. Fuck. Bills all over my fucking ass with these TPS reports, fucking memos. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm not pressing triangle, fucker. Alright. All work, no play makes Stanley a dull boy. Not fucking pressing the button, dog. You told me not to press it, so I'm not pressing it. Alright, I'll fucking press it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
A mirror?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
I've noticed.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
and
die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Now I'm paranoid that my fucking game's gonna crash whenever that happens. Fuck. I guess I'll know when it actually happens when it fucking kicks off my face cam. Alright. So that time I went
All
right.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Right.
Perhaps he had
And then I went
missed
in
a
the
memo.
apartment instead of wherever the fuck. I was reading somebody's fucking messages.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Fuck
Stanley
off.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
Employee
he
lounge
wanted to
is where
stop
it's
by
at,
the
boy.
employee lounge first,
Fuck the
just to
boss.
admire it. Wow. Yes. This room.
Oh, great room.
What about
Yep.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took
Fuck,
the
I still had to
first
take a
open
left,
door
too.
on his
Damn.
left.
God damn. This game
Stanley was so
already
bad
blows
at
my
following
fucking
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
mind. Fuck yourself.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
Oh,
in
really? You're
someone
making
else
fun
can
of
be
my fucking
difficult,
life, dude.
But the fact is that the
Can't I
story
just
has
work?
been about nothing but you.
All I want to
this
do
time.
is go to work.
There's someone
press
you've been
buttons.
neglecting,
No.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yeah, well, I already know who her is.
This is it, Stanley.
It's a mannequin.
Your
you sick
chance to
fuck.
redeem yourself. To put your work
Thought you're actually
aside.
gonna get me laid.
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yes,
That's her, Stanley.
yes. Take that mannequin home with us.
Oh,
All right.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh fuck! That was actually the way I was supposed to go.
Sorry, but you're in my
Shit.
story now.
Fuck.
This is a very sad
No.
story about the death of a man named
I gotta do all this shit all over again. Fuck me.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Well,
now
fuck.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating
See if I
lunch.
paid attention
Now
instead of looking
he's
at
going
chats.
home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Apartment's
From
about
behind
like
his desk,
$750
Stanley
a
dreamed
month.
of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Fuck is your
It
garbage
was
can?
wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. first, he imagined that one day,
so
while
now
at work,
next time
he
you're
stepped
gonna
up from
take
his
a
desk
right,
to realize that all of his co-workers,
and we're actually
his
gonna go
boss,
the way he wants us
everyone
to.
in the building
Right?
had suddenly vanished off the face
I
of
think
the
that's the way
earth.
it goes.
The thought excited him terribly. So,
Spend
he
time
went
with the
further.
boys.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And
I call that
down
yellow
another
line
was
is
a game with a
trademarked.
baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
So true.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything
I
but
know,
an
Mr.
observer.
Narrator.
That as long as he remains
just
here,
thought
he's
there was
slowly
another
killing
way.
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Wink, wink.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my
just
intended
break
purpose,
them.
the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's fucking bright. Fun fact, I found these glasses in my last car, like right when I first bought my car 6 years ago. I was cleaning it out and I found these underneath the chair. Or underneath the driver's seat.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Now
to go
here
to the
I am,
meeting room.
6 years
Perhaps he
later,
had
wearing
simply
them
missed a
on
memo.
Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yourself.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge
Maybe if it was
sublime,
cooler, I would have
a work of art.
enjoyed it.
What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Did I now? Alright. We're just gonna comply this time. This is... We're going to the right now. Okay.
Yet there was not
No.
a single person here either.
I don't want to
Feeling
go
a
this
wave
way.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now what the fuck do I do? You know what? I want to avoid going down to that basement. I don't, like I said, I don't want my fucking game to crash. Oh my god, the door's open.
Here's the door. Just go.
Thank you. Are you sure that that bomb can't be defused? Like 100% sure. Like 110%. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Where the fuck was escape again? What the fuck happened there? Oh my god, this game is messing up with my fucking mind. What happened in the escape? Oh wait, yeah, that was right. That thing crushed me. Duh. Then I went to the museum. Yes. We remember. We remember now. Brad's just had a lot of fucking... What the fuck? I pressed the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
A lot of mind
What
fucking
horrible
going
secret
on
did
here.
this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Of course I do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
Surprise.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
It has me go through all
the
this
lives
shit
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Alright.
No.
Time we're gonna turn off the
He
system
refused
power.
to believe it.
Give
He
Stanley the
couldn't
good old-
accept it. His
good old
own
ending
life
again.
in someone else's control.
And we're gonna go
Never.
right,
It was
we're gonna go
unthinkable.
down on that fucking
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, I'm blind to the world.
But here was the proof.
Fucking
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine...
Está muerto. That's right, open up the door for me.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did
already
this
told me,
strange
dude.
building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
is a very trippy
it will
game.
be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Backwards. The backwards, man, the backwards.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. and Stanley was happy.
Doesn't look very happy. Because I did not want to go that way. Alright. Now we're going to take a right, left, down. Right, left, down. Left, down. I mean, like, how do you even finish this game?
All of
Or is
his
this like a-
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
End
go to
is
the
never
meeting
the
room.
end.
Perhaps
That's
he had
fucking
simply missed a memo.
Freaky, I just said that.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's fucking funny how I say that and that comes up on the screen. Like, is there actually like an ending? Or is it like just
Stanley
an
came to a
endless
set
loop?
of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, whip.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nice try. Am I about to get crushed again? Probably. Endless loop, 19 different
But
endings.
Stanley didn't
Fuck.
want to go back to the office. He
Do I-
wanted to wander about
Do I have
and
to
get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Nice try, bitch. So how many have I got so far?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
3?
Now, let's
the
see. We went down, right, left.
I have to get all
down,
19 in order to
left,
get
right.
whatever the
Yep,
fuck
yep,
you're talking
okay,
about.
okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, thanks, dude. Oh, look at us.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
How the fuck did people figure this out? If you didn't tell me that, I would have just been like, oh, okay, this game just never ends. What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That's the thing, I like don't want to
Stanley
go back
decided
down.
to go
I
to
don't
the
want to go
meeting
back
room.
in the
Perhaps he
basement.
had simply missed a memo.
420 fucking blazing up. Yo, Blake, you in there, dude? Fucking put down the bong, bro. Fuck. 416. Not yet.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
No, the doors are open.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
24
Something
fucking
changed.
endings? Jesus
Stanley,
Christ.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move
Brain's
the
gonna
story
fucking
somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
43 endings total. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hey, look at us. Found a way out. Never mind.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What the fuck? Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, this one doesn't have any
It's
doors.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah. Back into my office we go. Definitely different.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Asshole. I had a feeling you were gonna play those fucking games. Whoa.
Now this...
Ooh, this is new.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Thank you.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so
Yep,
good
game
job.
crashed on me. Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We
It's not
both
about
know you didn't
what
put
you
in any
feel.
actual work for that
Oh,
win.
fuck
Some
you.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Really?
Okay?
Played
I'm
your little
getting
bomb
weirded out by
game.
whatever this place is.
Probably
I
would
don't care
still
what
be
might
playing
happen this
it.
time. I have to restart.
Fuck. $43 endings total.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Alright, we'll follow. We'll follow.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by
Somebody's
the
doing
act
some
of
hardcore
moving
parkour
forward,
right
are we
there.
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being
Parkour.
via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I agree. Parkour! 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 Thank you for this music narrator. Parkour! Parkour!
Wait, cut the music. Go
Oh.
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Cool.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright, yep. This way, up. Okay. Alright, yep, won't forget it. Won't forget it. Matter of fact, Gonna do a little cheating here. Fuck you, game. Take a little picture of that shit. Now quiz me on it, motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What happened to your narration?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything
Yeah, I
we've been
trusted
through,
you.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Fucker. Is this all part of one ending right now?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Like how
We're
that's
intelligent
trademarked,
people,
the adventure
right?
line.
Why
Is that like
can't
a
we make up
game
our
that they're
own story?
making?
Something
Or have
exciting,
made?
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sweet, I like it. Fucking
Now,
love it.
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
So am I.
Oh, no, not you
Holy
again.
fuck.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I like how the word line was trademarked, as well as it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How
Said that
important
last time.
we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's
Imagine how much
origin.
dialogue
So
this guy had
starting
to
from the
fucking
right,
record
let
as
us
a
ask,
narrator.
will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Sick.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't.
Yeah, it doesn't
do
feel good,
I
does it,
won't
fucking
do
narrator?
I won't do it.
Do it.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did
Hey,
we
look
break
at
the
us.
cycle? The,
broke it.
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Don't act like you're the good guy, dude. I know you
So-
fucking blow me up.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure
Ish.
if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the fuck? It's a little terrifying. The backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man. Alright, no lines, nothing.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
So do we go to new content? Or should we try the basement again and see what happens? Which one? Alright, we'll do new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Guess we'll never know what happens in that basement.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Dope. Thank you for that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Alright.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
baby.
delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I'll hold you to it, bud.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay.
As far as
Let's
we
see
know.
the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
You want the content? You want the fucking content? I don't know. You ready for it? Ooh.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Cool. All right. Fuck yeah. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck. What? Hey. Thank you for that content.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Guess we'll find out. Kind of like that jumping shit.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Me too. Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're welcome. Kind of like jumping.
It? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm
I love how
offended.
meta the
I
commentary
intend to
is on
find
this.
these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
We never had.
What do you say, friend?
We never had a good time together, narrator. I feel like you're a little pissed off because you're not in control anymore because you don't know anything about this new content. So, yeah. Ooh, look at this. Sick.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I've seen it before. Hiya, Stanley. Woo. Hopefully that was the right way to go. The backwards man. God, why the fuck do I have that stuck in my head now? God damn.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Thank you. You know what, narrator? You're not so bad after all. I like what you did with the place. Very, very nice.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, thank God. Thank God you did that. Got some buns here? What do we got under there? Would not mind waking up to this every morning. I mean, could use some more wildlife, but otherwise, very peaceful.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
British Academy of Films. Awarded to... Oh my God, that's fucking funny. Guessing The Last of Us won that award. They just slapped a Stanley Parable fucking tag on it. That's actually funny. First Kiss, My First Car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Man. 2013 actually was my favorite year. Very, very fitting. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Amen. Is that what it looked like? Damn. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Great. I'm glad I read that. I am a trophy hunter. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. What? Jesus Lord. Game's got some tough trophies, I guess. Fuck that. Is that me? Alright. Little no. Oh my God, little Stanley. Fuck, bro. Didn't want to see that. Oh yes, Just play me that fucking...
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Hey, that's alright. I'll take what I can get. Huh. This is so fucking cool. There's me, Person of the Year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games,
awesome
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
That's funny.
All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
So funny. A serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Doesn't look good, bro.
God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Let's
Surely
find
these
out.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
I
that
agree.
I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Keep doing you, narrator. Alright. Oh,
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers
Boring.
non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm
No.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh,
No, you're
goodness.
not.
This is
You're
actually
good.
quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Yeah, I like
You
it.
can't know how much fluff I
already
cut
told
from the
you,
game
keep
to get
doing
it
you.
to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps
alright.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, it is. Trust me. I'm enjoying
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, Well, yes.
I'm not
yes, I
touching
think
that
we can
water.
do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customers.
I don't want to skip.
Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No
Feel
more
bad for
listening
you,
to
Mr.
me
Narrator,
rambling
sir.
on and on and on. No,
Now
no,
you're starting
no,
to
no.
scare me.
The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah.
See how long
We've
you can
eaten
go.
too much, and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which...
I guess I'll press the button.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Possibly.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Trying to throw pencils into
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
I like manifesto.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Should I press the button?
Treatise, manifesto.
Is this another ending
Treatise,
that I'm
manifesto.
not aware of?
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
Keep pressing
manifesto.
the button.
Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least
Probably
change
not.
some of
Nobody
the
ever
wording,
does that.
perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking,
Then stop
isn't it?
rambling,
But at
dude.
any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think
Okay.
the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I don't
Fuck.
feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was
Gotcha.
a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Stanley! Stanley!
Sorry.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
I was just gonna try to see
You've
if
just
we got
been
a door.
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're
Did I shit my
really,
pants?
truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
I know.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Fuck.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Jesus
Or
Christ,
2
the
weeks.
fucking plant died.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
Kind of creepy.
And you'd think that that's just how it's all...
Let's see if we can go a year.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're
Hi.
here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days.
Good.
Months. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
You're back.
condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their...
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
That's
the
fucking
end,
creepy.
is never the end, 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 is never...
Starting to rain in here. That's cool. Let's get the old rain. Whoa. Fucking walls are breaking down. Been here for eternity, man. Fuck. Hey, there's a crack in the wall that you've been asking for. Fucking 100 years ago. created life. Never mind. What the fuck? That's creepy. Whoa. Oh yeah. Worth a shot. Mr. Narrator, sir. I never wanted to press that button. I promise you. I'll never forget you. Goodbye. I'm in the search for water. I don't know how I haven't died yet. That was fucking trippy. Hey, look at us! Right back to where we were.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content, alright.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Very excited that you're very excited. Two fucking very excited people. Whatever happened to that plant I was supposed to remember? Now I got a useless picture of a plant in my phone.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
You don't mean it. Oh my fucking god.
Yes,
The
you
end is
see,
never the end
isn't this
again.
far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An
I
entirely
agree.
new experience,
Look at
built
us.
from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Fuck
This
yeah.
is what fans have truly been asking for.
Alright. Got some fresh LaCroix. Taste the sequel, baby. That's what we're all
Calling it
about.
the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content is in. Cool red section of the chart. Dope. Alright. They're good.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Aw,
but let's
what?
take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure
Two
that if I can
testicle?
loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Valued investor. Oh yeah, work it, Stanley. Work it. Woo hoo hoo. Hey, what are you wearing tonight? Oh, you know, Louis Vuitton, whatever. Fucking, I don't know, sucking on titties later. Okay, yes, yes. Red carpet. Always dreamt of being there. Ooh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. What the fuck? Okay. Oh my fucking god. Oh, there's the bucket. They're back. 2 doors. The end is never the end. Please, no screenshots. Oh, I can't.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday. Absolutely.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Or actually,
Don't ever ask
maybe
for
I
my
should have gone with...
advice again.
No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
I did, yes.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I am here. Jump circle. Free trophy at Q. Dope. Wait. Where the fuck is that? This corner? Hey, hey! Free trophies, huh? You know I'm a slut for those trophies, bitch. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your trophy. No more steps. Fucking A right.
Now here's
My
something
kind of
special.
game.
You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Yep.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy.
Oh, cool, thanks.
You see, you'll come...
Yep.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now,
No.
the trophy is still fully broken.
Give me
I'm
my
not a
fucking
wizard, Stanley,
trophy,
but I
bitch.
guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at
Oh, my-
last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over
You
the
bamboozled
world
me.
who have been uproariously demanding
my
this
trophy.
feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me my fucking trophy. Please give me a trophy for trying to get my trophy. Fucking asshole. I'll never fucking believe you again. Here, I thought I was gonna get my free trophy. False advertisement.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know. You tell me. A9 collectibles. Oh, let's go fucking check out the collectibles, I guess. Oh, is that me? Doesn't even have a tie on, man. Dress for success, bitch.
Ah,
Ooh.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Cool.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Now I kind of want one of those figurines. Sick. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. Collect them all. I will. Thank you.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jump circle, exit. Oh, I don't want to exit. Okay. E is the exit. Okay, we don't want to do that. 3, we already did 3. Let's go to the epilogue. Let's see what that's all about.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Yes.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, it's not finished yet? Fucker. Infinite hole. Infinite hole! Alright. That's what we like. Wait, is that actually the way to the infinite hole? It is. Cool. People will pay good fucking money for an infinite hole. Rim job, surrounding area. Cool. Alright, let's go fucking check her out.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
I like it.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's just genius. Don't know if I want to go do it yet, though. Kind of enjoying exploring. Kind of want to check out this bucket before I jump down the hole. Alright, so what else we got here? B, the button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Okay. Z, merchandise, dope. Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. Very cool. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. If it says 8-ball, I'm gonna shit my fucking pantalones.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Very cool, yep.
Jim.
Sorry,
Nope.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to
Okay.
really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Jim
Just
Halpert.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken
My friends
as
call me
Jim,
Jimbo
seizing
Slice.
all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Yep, I'm Jim.
Jim.
Yes!
Pretty
you
dope,
see? What a
narrator.
thrill!
That's
what
cool.
a rush! That was you! The button
me.
described you.
I'm
do
Jim.
it again, do it again.
Yep, okay. Jim.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Yep.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay. Damn. Wanted to continue being Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would
That
actually
also-
save me the work of finishing this feature.
Yeah, let's do that. Yep, sell it only to gyms. Alright. Here's the fucking bucket you've been waiting for. Now, was something gonna pop out and grab me when I grab this bucket? Be honest with me. No. What are all the fucking periods before you?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in
fuck?
those
There's
who
no
played
bucket.
it. Well,
Bucket.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem
That's
with the
Binky
game.
Bonky.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance
Oh.
Bucket. You see,
Here it
Stanley,
comes.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your
Oh
heart. It's
yes, I
true.
can't wait.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal
It
and
puts
perhaps
the lotion
even
on the
comforting.
skin, or else it
You may
gets
even
out.
come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it?
Yes.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of
Big dick
crushing
energy now.
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Yes.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thanks,
The
man.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and
Appreciate
on, don't they?
Yeah.
All this and
cool.
more await you in the
Scoop up some
Stanley
water.
Parable 2.
Cool. Thank you. Can I take this to the hole with me?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
No.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got this bucket now. Okay. Settings, world champ. The fuck is that? What the fuck? Settings, world champ. Beats me off. Time to go take the fucking plunge. Better not lose this bucket. Oh no, what happened to the fucking hole? Oh, it's covered up. Dope. Thanks, guys. Geronimo! Ooh. Still got my bucket. Oh,
You see,
fuck.
isn't it wonderful? One of my
big
more
asshole.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see
Wiener,
the
wiener,
infinite
wiener,
hole,
wiener,
you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Huh?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Damn. Alright, I guess we'll go to the exit then. Thank you for this room, Stanley. I enjoyed my time here. look out for those action
All right.
figures.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, sadly. Kind of enjoying that. Oh, no screenshots. Wink, wink.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes,
Love
I know
'em.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
I'll take
It's
this chair,
going
thank
to
you.
work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here
I think
it is.
so.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. That's fucking
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Yeah,
sort
I
of...
love it.
Okay, never mind.
Yep, get my free
Hold
trophy
on.
there.
Let me do a
the
different
jumps.
arrangement.
Action.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good
Take
about
my- take
this.
my
Here we
fucking
go.
chair again.
Version 2.
Oh, love it. Okay. Jump circle
Who am I
into
kidding,
the
Stanley?
infinite hole. Get my
This
trophy.
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they
I
don't
like
add up
gags.
to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Yeah, that's
with
cool.
respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2."
Just call it
Let me see
Ultra
if I can whip
Deluxe.
something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Well, let's see it. Show it to me. Show me the title. Oh, very cool. I like. Fucking hey, right, man. Let's begin this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big
Hey,
building
there's
where he was
bullets.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there's my
Stanley
bucket.
picked up the bucket.
Got it. Got it, buddy. Don't you worry. 416's now closed. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes, sir.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Yeah, in your
I
dreams.
Really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Yep.
I know how hard it must be, given the... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, look at that motherfucker.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I'm a completionist. You have no idea how much that means to me. Ooh, that changes every time. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, it isn't. Isn't it rich? If it life, what it would be to have to pick just one. Yeah, totes agree, totes agree.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotion, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines,
yes, I think I like that.
Yep.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Alright. Making progress. I just do the ending normal with a fucking bucket in my hand now.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Everything will be fine.
Oh, I know. I know.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I've been up there. Alright, see this bomb go off with the fucking reassurance bucket, bitch.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Doesn't want to get
These
shit in,
questions
that's for sure.
raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Not even the narrator?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
That sounds like the bucket, man. Me and the bucket are gonna live happily ever after. Just because I already know that the bomb can't be defused. Big brain Brad.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
You see that bucket?
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What?
Oh.
Wait, what was happening?
No.
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Fuck that noise.
Unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh, fuck you, building.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket. Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What happened to my fucking bucket? I guess we will find out in the next stream. Because my fucking eyes are fried right now. It's a very cool game. I honestly don't know how many fucking endings we saw because they're like not even endings. So can't wait to continue this and see what else we can find. Hopefully more buckets. So I can carry 2 buckets since I have 2 hands.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I didn't mean to continue the story. Yes. Begin the game again? Fuck. Just quit to the main menu, make sure it saves. But yeah, good game. Glad it didn't crash a second time. Would have liked to see what went on in that basement. So this is the actual main menu now. Dope. I just love how meta this game is, where they actually like poke fun of, you know, how video game DLC or sequels are just kind of like fucking copy and paste, but they put their own little spin on it. So very excited, and thank you to everybody that stopped and watched the stream. I know it was very hard to watch me try to solve a puzzle, an unsolvable puzzle like 6 times, so appreciate the patience, and hopefully stream this game tomorrow, if not in the near future. So, thank you for stopping by. Peace out.